The Suns kicked off Big Boy Month with a 41-point win over the Dons, but you're not exactly buying what they're selling. There's some issues, you believe, when it comes to Gold Coast, including with the coach and how he talks about the opposition.
In saying that, I thought Essendon were very good. They obviously went to work over the break and they played a little bit differently as compared to they did. You know, normally they're low pressure, low contest. Today was high pressure and they were going forward a lot more as compared to, you know, the backwards hand, backwards kicks. So, you know, I thought they looked a different side. So well done to them as well.
What say you to that?
I thought it was condescending, patronising, whatever word you want to use. But he will say that he was framing it as a compliment. But low pressure, low contest, backwards handball, backwards kick. That is whack, whack, whack to Brad Scott. Now, if I'm Brad, I go, oh, give me some of the talent in your lineup. Give me some of the draft picks that you have had access to. Give me some of the free kicks that the Gold Coast Suns have had, and give me a healthy squad, which I don't have. Then I might be able to play a slightly more attacking game style when I have actually my best players available and on the park. So I think Gold Coast will say, oh no, hang on, it was a compliment. But I just thought the way that he framed that, I think anyone with a brain would understand that was a backhanded compliment in the strongest way that you've ever seen. I wouldn't be that thrilled if I was the Bombers hearing that from Damien Hardwick.
I think there's something just about Dimma and Marvel Stadium. He needs to get in and get out quickly before he does any more damage. And speaking of damage, Zack Merritt did that, 40 touches back in the midfield where he belongs. I think we can both agree. But this is a bit of a trend, isn't it? When the Suns come up against some serious guns, they dominate.
I'm waiting for this to really hurt them. This is what I'm waiting for. Now, when it's against the really good teams, I think it might. So Max Holmes has had 40 and 10 clearances against them. That did hurt. No one went anywhere near him. Tom Green, 16 clearances, which was a career high. Now, Cozzy Pickett lit it up in the last quarter in particular and looked as though he was going to take the game off them when they stormed home Melbourne last week. Eventually, with 5 minutes to go, he put Tuke Miller to him. And then Zack Merritt runs around. I was there. No one went anywhere near Zack Merritt. And it was a good 40. Sometimes you get 40 and they're cheapy. These weren't cheapies. 12 clearances, high score involvements. I think he had 9 in the space that he was allowed to have. So I just think Tuke Miller's got to be your guy. And it might not be a hard tag, but there's got to be some accountability when you come up against the opposition and their best players. We've just spoken about it with Sydney and the success that they had with Caleb Serrano. Look at the room he's got. I don't think he's got a bruise on him. I don't think any player went anywhere near him. Look this one here. He kicked that across and has just drifted down the open side of the ground with so much space, and then bang, you don't want him kicking the ball inside forward 50. So Hardwick clearly has his method, and that is to back his own midfield in, and that's fine. That can work for the start. But when someone lights up against you, I'd just like to see a bit more accountability from that Gold Coast midfield.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.